Good evening, everyone. So I've been dreading doing this video for a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. It's the last day before we can submit a video. I want to talk about this guy right here. So I pulled him on a random, what is that? A random divine summon. So I had a couple of divine summons, and I'm saving. Obviously, everyone's saving for the upcoming March event that's coming. You know, if you're not checking this out, then you need to make sure you're saving because this is coming here in a couple weeks. I think you got this weekend to save, which is pretty easy to save for because, you know, we're not really got a whole lot going on. These two guys have basically been outmatched by other people in the game. This one's not a bad one, but this is a bait banner, so I would not save it all. Or I'm sorry, I would not summon it all. Come this weekend, I'd be saving. But anyways, back to the guy at hand. So Knight Arlott, pulled him randomly. I have tried him in a lot of stuff. I tried him in Matrix. He does not survive the bang. Even though I had his, this isn't the build that I had him in during that time, but at one point I had him up to 130 something XP and he still couldn't survive. So he wasn't really good there. The only thing I didn't have him in was in a Guardian set, which I guess it's like 15% less damage taken, which is kind of like the Matrix Star. Who's the Matrix Star? The Matrix Star right now is this guy. If you have Ezrin, you can pretty much get through Matrix because he will take all your single target damage as long as you've got him built high enough. But if you have Wukong, obviously that's an even better tank for the Spellbound and for the Matrix stuff. I haven't done my Matrix yet. I've been playing around with it. I've been playing around with this build, and you can see I've got Sun Wukong in here. Probably need to do a video on how you use him. Basically, his clones become the target. I did, however, for the first time today, get up to 94,000 on the Bulwark run. So obviously the goal is to get high enough to where you can. Right now I can get to 130. I'm really trying to get to 160. My Spellbane is somewhere around 55, almost 60, something like that. But anyways, okay, I digress again. So Knight Arlott, tried to use him in Matrix, did not work out well. He was really, really clutch in the Immortal Codex. Which one is this? The Hellfire Emperor. I put him in with almost no gear, and he instantly got 188. He does damage. He does not block that well. I mean, you can put a Bastion Ring on him, and he'll block, but he's nothing to write home about. I mean, wherever you have Malvera as a tank, I think he's probably really good. I know Fastidious did a video about him. When it comes to his faction, if you are going to use the, what are these guys? Why am I having trouble finding these guys? Infernals. If you're going to use the Infernals for, let's say, I'm all over the place tonight. Probably shouldn't be making a video this late. If you're going to use him in Apocalypse, the Infernal team in Apocalypse, I think he's definitely going to have some good value because he does put out some damage and he does put out some CC, and you know he'll have some viability there if you don't have a better team. But all in all, I mean he's good, but I don't think he's next level. I think if you're, and I haven't used him in campaign or anything like that yet, but so far it's just okay. One thing I have not tried him in is Arena, and I'm sure there's probably going to be a whole bunch of Arena teams that come up. Did anybody else get reset on the Arena? Let me know in the comments below. My Arena went down to like Platinum 1, and I finished on Overlord. I don't know what happened, some kind of, a reset or something like that, but I was like kind of taken back and pissed off. Anyway, so AoE DPS, so obviously you still got your big five that are the killers. Pierre has come on really strong. Rosalia has come on really strong. Of course, Ezreath is there. So if you're going to build out your team with Ezreath, Elise, Beelzebub, obviously for crowd control, but he still hasn't broken that. And then as far as a defense team for AoE, I mean, it's going to be hard to beat these guys. Your Watcher teams are pretty intense, and they're going to be the best. But maybe there's going to be something else that comes out. Maybe somebody else will test it out. Like I said, I know Fastidious did a really good video and deep dive into Knight Arlott. I mean, he is badass looking. I mean, definitely one of the better designs in the game. Kind of has a Lord of the Ring vibe to him. The bad guy in the Lord of the Rings. Kind of reminds me of him. But I mean, his design is pretty awesome. One thing that I will say though, if it I don't know if it shows it in here. So when he ults, it kind of reminds me of Captain Reeves. There, see the spray for the chains and stuff? It does kind of stun like Captain Reeves does, which is funny because Captain Reeves is also a cultist tank. So if you were lucky enough to pull him, since he's an Ancient exclusive, he's pretty cool, but he is not as tanky as Knight Arlott. Knight Arlott definitely has some more tankiness to him. But, we'll see what happens. It's one of those things where certain people in the game have to get a hold of them and really start using them in different places and testing them out. I have not had time to do all that kind of stuff. I've just kind of played around with him. My big work right now is Matrix, trying to get that done. I like trying to work towards Arena, but Arena is so broken right now without having certain teams. I'm honestly not that excited about it. But obviously coming up, we've got the big event coming up in 2 weeks. And that's the one that everyone's going to be kind of saving for. So if you did get him, you definitely didn't hurt your account. If you're new in the game, he is definitely going to help you for progression. But I would say if you're late to end game, probably not a game changer. So those are my thoughts, not yours. That was just my quick thing about Knight Arlott. Like I said, maybe we'll see. There's probably not even. There's probably not even ratings out there for him yet. See, no one's even rated him yet. I'll tell you right now, I have not tried him in the faction trial, but I bet he'll be pretty good there. Immortal Codex, I think he's good there. I'll submit that one. I think he's good there. I have not tried him in Malric yet. Actually, thinking about that now, that's probably, let's see. So that might be where he is the best. If you think about it. Yeah, that's going to be the test. So if I get some time, I'll test him out in Malrix. That's probably where he's going to shine the most too. I think that's where we'll start seeing him a lot in those teams. But anyways, that's my thought. Knight Arlott. If you got him, it's cool. If you're into late game, maybe not game breaker, but if you're definitely early to mid game, he's going to help you out. But yeah, those are my thoughts. And that's all I got for you guys. Have a good night, and we'll catch you on the flip side.